This our new girl?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Wait, you didn't hear it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you weren't
He was
here.
off. I forgot. But he was sick.
He took a vacay.
Well, I'm back.
Yes, you are back. We're back.
Back.
Hi.
We back.
To anybody that does watch this eventually in the future of 3033. What's up?
Hi.
What?
Hey.
What's up, girl? No,
Hey, yo!
how you doing?
Yo, we're back, man. How does everybody feel? We were sick, so how's everybody
I
feeling?
was very sick. I'm very not sick now.
Yeah,
Very happy
I'm
not to
feeling
be
good.
Fist fighting sickness. Yeah.
Yo, I could do the worm right now, bro, and be all right.
Backwards.
Except not bricked up, though, you know? All right, anyway, welcome everybody. This is episode 30 of That One Piece Talk. My name is Larry.
Lawrence.
Seb.
And this is That One Piece Talk, where we talk One Piece.
What up? What up?
What's going on? How's everybody doing? I do want to say thank you to everybody that was giving us like their well wishes for being sick, because we all got sick at the same time. And I blame Sebastian.
It was not my
I
fault.
seriously believe he got us sick.
It was not my fault.
But
It might have been my fault.
yeah, we're gonna talk about One Piece chapter 1036, just because we didn't have the opportunity to talk the past 2 weeks. Because I thought we were off a week, but we were actually off 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But we had content to push out there because obviously we got content. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying much. Oh, I do want to give a shout out to Parvision. You remember Parvision?
Yeah, man. Parvision.
Parvision actually linked up with BDA Law, who happens to be, AKA Brago. He happens to be one of our favorite YouTubers as well. So if anybody, please go see their YouTube video that they did together. It was like 2 hours long. Them just going back and forth about One Piece.
Nice.
It was dope. So congrats on the huge following that he received from it. And the Hidden Island too showed love to us, told us to get well as well. It was just so much love, man.
Dude, I just binged like 5 straight Hidden Island videos, bro.
Yeah.
That dude's got heat.
Yeah.
I was just telling Lawrence about one,
Yeah, he
man.
was.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I like to shout out the One Piece community, especially the dudes that be sticking with us most. You know, like some of these guys are from like TikTok, and that's how I think we met Parvision kind of. But overall, amazing dudes, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get some of them to come to the show. But
That'd
like
be awesome.
a lot of people live in like different states.
You gotta flew people
Like
out.
yeah, like this one dude that we're cool with. His name is Vape. He lives in like South Carolina or North Carolina.
dang.
So it's
Okay.
like he doesn't come up here much, but when he does, he visits Desh. So I'm like,
That's still far.
yeah,
That's still far. Yeah.
it's still far. So we'll see, man. But let me get a drink of water because my throat.
Larry's still dying, y'all. He's just
Was that a?
We're
flu
all
joke?
dying, bro.
Was that a flu joke earlier? Earlier, they flew him out here. Was that a flu joke you was making?
flu, yeah. No, it wasn't a flu joke. It was like
okay.
a got flued out joke. It was bad.
Okay.
I was happy we
This is why we
it.
didn't. This is why we didn't laugh.
I was trying to understand it, but okay.
Yo, you sponsoring Aquafina, bro?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, no.
Same thing.
It's not even my water.
Oh, so guys, we ended up being at like 821 subscribers.
Hey, what up?
Yeah, man. Oh, if you guys haven't done it already, please like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe to our show. Yeah, we're almost at the 1,000 mark, man.
Nice.
I'm not really worried about it, but I just think it's so cool that like we actually made it this far. Who would have thought?
I know who would have thought.
Not me.
Not me.
Look at us.
Look at us.
I'm gonna keep my water down there though. But.
Just rip it off, bro.
Yo, Marv, you see Lawrence taking a sip, just like pan to me and Larry. That's what you gotta do.
Oh, do you want to shout out to anybody that's in the chat right now?
Yeah, man. Monkey D. Huga, Onkarth, Benny K, Super Gamer Guy 64, Oz D. Phenom, and Arjun all in the chat. What's up, y'all? I appreciate y'all stopping through as always. Yeah, man. Monkey D. We're almost at 1K. Almost.
Yeah.
Get in there.
Yeah.
So thank you guys.
and the 1,000 mark, we're gonna punch Kaido in the face like.
Yo, I'm gonna be real. I had no idea where Lawrence was going. I was like,
Lawrence just shoots from the hip, bro.
yo, he really
doesn't
does.
aim.
He hip fires all day, bro. All right. People that watch it from the hall is gonna be like, this is Lawrence? So you gotta watch out for this guy. Definitely more than he seems.
A wild buffalo out here.
A wild buffalo.
Buffalo talking like that.
All right, so should we get into the questions?
Absolutely.
All right. So let's get into the questions. All right. So I got 5 questions, but they're pretty good questions, I think, and they should last the full hour and a half. All right. So there's no rush. And then Marv will do like 15 minutes at the end just to have people call up, or 20 minutes, so we can hear from you guys. All right. Sorry, my throat is still chalked, bro. All
I'm
right.
about to scoot over.
You eating Popeye's biscuits?
Yo, can you relax? Almost spit. All right. So question number 1. The chapter starts off where it left off, with Zoro defeating King. We have another King flashback, and it begins with Kaido asking King, "Are you still under that belief that you think I'm Joy Boy? Is the world I'm creating really the one you wished for?" King responds, "Legends are legends. That is all." Throughout the One Piece community, it was largely considered Rocks gave Kaido this idea that he might be Joy Boy. Now, since that idea is debunked, how does this affect Kaido's character? Does it make him less interesting? And we'll start with Lawrence.
So you think that's interesting because now that he doesn't think he's Joy Boy, or the fact that he thought he was Joy Boy?
Well, like I said, throughout the One Piece community, it was believed that Rocks gave him this idea.
Yeah.
This was the theory. But with this new chapter, it's actually King. King said he might be Joy Boy. So now that we know this, does it make him less of an interesting character, Kaido? And does it affect him in any other way now?
Yeah. It's interesting because I just think back to his comments during the other flashback where, and it could be not him thinking that he was not thinking he was Joy Boy at all, but when he's thought that he's the only one that can, talking about changing the world. So was it the belief that he thought that he was Joy Boy at first, or he thought, you know what, I may not be Joy Boy, or I can paint it in a world, or paint the world in a way that I want it to be, you know? So to me, it goes into that question. Like Kaido then, when he first met King, thinking that he could change the world, in fact, the only one that could change the world, what was his mindset? Was he still under the impression, like maybe from Rocks, that that he could possibly be Joy Boy? Or is it just like he thought, I could stop Joy Boy, or even that he could change it in a different world without being Joy Boy at all? Like that doesn't matter, you know? So that's interesting. And we still need Kaido's backstory, and I want it. So it is interesting because I want to know his mindset, what led to him saying that in the first place, into him saying now, like, am I shaping the world to what you really want? To King, that's what he said, right? So I want more from Kaido's character, like getting into his mindset of why he's doing what he's doing. Because also, there's a few things about Kaido's character that kind of like, we see him with so much energy earlier, and then later on he's kind of like mopey or a little suicidal. Maybe he was always a drunk because he's drinking then, but what happened to where he's seen like kind of like character changes, where like he's begging when he was talking to shouting out loud, wishing that Whitebeard was still alive, right? So I want to know what's going on in his mindset throughout these years to what shaped him to who he is now.
So he's still as interesting,
Yes.
even with King being the deciding factor of saying you could be Joy Boy.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so, in my opinion.
Okay. What about you, Seb?
So I agree with Lawrence for the most part. I never needed Rocks to be the one that made him think he was Joy Boy in general. So it didn't change that for me, you know? But this just means whatever he learned or got from Rocks is different from that. So it added more intrigue to me. You know what I mean? Like the whole time I thought it was just going to be potentially a Joy Boy thing that's like you said, the community thought with Rocks. If it's something else entirely, like what is that? What is it that he learned from Rocks that he's trying, like Lawrence said, the only one who can change the world. if it's not a Joy Boy thing. You get what I mean? So it's like, what is it? What is this other legend that he's referring to in his mind, or that he's thinking about? Does it have to do with the fact that he's an Oni, which is probably what it is, because he's made reference to the fact that like humans are beneath him, or humans have a limit, and like to even Yamato, like you are my daughter, like you're supposed to stand above these people. So it's like that information along with the like him telling Luffy he couldn't be Joy Boy. When I read it in the moment, I was like, oh, Kaido thought he could be Joy Boy. But like you're saying, if King is the one who brought that out, and he's over here thinking, nah, it's not me, like, what is the other thing? Like, I really want to know. Like Lauren said, I need to see Kaido's backstory. He's vague enough, and he's mysterious enough, and his personality is intriguing to me enough that like nothing that he could do in a flashback would make him less interesting, if that makes sense. I think it's really just banking on the fact that we don't know crap about the guy.
Yeah.
So like you said it before in other podcasts that we've had, where it's like the fact that we don't have any information on him, the fan base grasps at straws for anything he says to make him seem more interesting. I think we're still in that phase because we're just getting small pieces of stuff from him, and it's like we don't know. We just don't know anything. So we need the backstory. I don't think it makes him less interesting. I would prefer that he didn't think he was Joy Boy, and that there's a different legend that's yet to be untold, or yet to be like brought out through Kaido, maybe through the Oni race, maybe through something else, maybe through rocks. I did really like that King was the one in this case to like bring it out to him, because it means like the Lunarian race has this knowledge. Like I assume King has this knowledge of Joy Boy and the legend from his Lunarian race, you know. So it's like that piece, like that lore with them, is still more to be like discovered beyond just what they were and where they lived before and them being eradicated. There's another level of they have real knowledge of the history. So like I really like that scene with Kaido and King, but it didn't make Kaido less interesting to me personally. But,
okay. Yeah. I mean, I get what you both say. Like, I understand what you're saying. But to me, he's not as interesting, bro. Like, it made him interesting because it brought up the fact of, like, what rocks could be. And, like, it gave us some insight into possibly seeing what rocks was like. And, like, what was his goals, or, like, just overall what... my bad. What he was about. Because at this point, we still don't know. And it's like, this guy is possibly the most interesting character in the whole verse, and we just know tidbits about him compared to what he actually probably was. And to now see that that's no longer a factor, it just made Kaido just seem like this very on the surface character, where he's been this, this has been my issue with Kaido, is that he's so on the surface. Like, everything we've seen is very like, bland. Yo, I am dying. I don't even know why. Because I was singing my heart out in the car.
I heard you.
I know. You came in here mad wild. Like,
yeah, I pulled up pretty crazy. So, hopefully I can speak for the rest of the podcast. This is going to be upsetting. But I think that it was a hit on his character for me, because of I like the fact that if Rocks gave him the idea and then King expanded upon that idea by solidifying it, by having some ancient knowledge that only the Lunarians carried, and gave it to Kaido to make him believe even further that he truly was the only one that was able to change the world, I would have thought that was dope. But now that, since that factor's gone, it kind of leaves King in this position to me where he's so badly written, but he is so important to Kaido's journey, where like he should offer more to the story than what he's been offering currently. Like, he's been giving us these tidbits where it makes Kaido a little interesting, but it makes King seem so much more like prevalent to the story. And now he's not. Like, he's just done. Like, he's gone. Like, we're not seeing him anymore. So, I don't know, man. I thought it would have been better if if there was a Rocks tie-in, for sure.
I get what you're saying.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do. I want to add though to this though, like thinking about it, because the fact that like Sebastian it's better that Kaido realizes that he's not Joy Boy, especially I guess you could say this late in the game when he's older, but it also leads to the, for example, I'm gonna tie it to all the others. What does it actually take to be Joy Boy? Like Rocks, like it was like type of Rocks, but like Roger, he said he was too early. So in a sense, he wasn't Joy Boy. Whitebeard wasn't Joy Boy. Kaido wasn't Joy Boy. Big Mom's not Joy Boy. So what exactly does it take to be Joy Boy? Because King, for in this instance, could have thinking you being the strongest is Joy Boy. You know, because King kind of linked that. This legends are legends. I need you to keep being the strongest. So King could have been thinking that whoever's at the top, they're possibly Joy Boy. Kaido's saying no, that's not true.
That was such a big pause moment, by the way, because he was like, "Yo, you have my body," and I was just like, I was like, "Yo,
Translation, did you read?
hey,
Yes,
yo."
I did not read that in my
He was like, "Yo,
translation.
you own me." He said something along those
I
lines.
ain't read that.
The translation I'm
said
seeing,
that?
it says,
Listen, bro.
I don't, yeah.
Listen.
I'm gonna use
Listen.
He said,
I'm
I owe
not.
you my life from what I read.
Nah.
Maybe I'm
this
tripping.
is the official translation. He was like, "Yo, you own me," and I was like, "Pause,
I mean,
bro."
he's clearly in the BDSM, bro.
Wait, you see the official translation? I'm reading on the Shonen Jump. It says, "No, I seek nothing from you anymore. My life belongs to you."
Is that what
That's
you're...
mad sweet.
Listen, man.
But
Listen to me when I say this, man.
That caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting that.
Yo, listen, man. That was a big pause moment from King. Because he's mad beautiful, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's like, come
But
on, bro.
King needs
What's
to
going
King
on?
said it, though.
I know, which is weird. I was like, yo, he a shorty.
That's how you was feeling?
That's how he was
That's how
feeling.
King had you feeling?
King needs to pause though. And I was like,
Listen. I get you. I mean, I feel like we all have this type of perspective on these two characters. And like, to a degree, man, like, are they badly written at this point? Like, so far?
I don't think so because I think it's not fair that we need the flashback to get to that point. But like,
Because how many chapters are we in so far?
How do I say
you know what I'm
this?
saying? And we're still like, we need a flashback.
okay,
Did we need a flashback from Doflamingo?
No, but this
That's
isn't
what I'm
gonna
saying.
be. This isn't. Yes, we did, but this isn't gonna be fair. Doflamingo is just a much more charismatic character in general. Like his appearance, the fact like he was from that pre-time skip era, and like he's been a mystery to us for so much longer than Kaido was.
I'm just gonna add to you. I mean, like,
Yeah.
also Doflamingo is also a very flamboyant character as
Yeah.
well. Like he
Not
very
in the King
showy.
way,
Yeah, not in the King way, but like very showy. So like, while these two are more like just strength.
Yeah.
You know. But go ahead.
And beyond that, so it's like this isn't an apples to apples comparison, but like if you never got Robin's backstory and it's just mystery about girl stuff, and she's doing the stuff that she's doing, would you consider her badly written because she's taking these grand actions, which you don't have the understanding as to why she's doing them? You get what I mean?
But that comes with like, this character is gonna be here for an exponential amount of time. Like, we're only with Kaido for this arc. Do you see Kaido lasting past this arc?
One, this is the biggest arc in the history of the series. I mean, unless you count Marine Forward and Impel Down as one arc.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't unfairly say like Robin. Like, how long did it take for Sanji to get a backstory? But we liked Sanji.
Yeah, some people like Sanji.
I mean, I liked him
I
pre-time
get
skip.
you. I'm just saying the actions of a character. Like even Sanji's another example. His actions with Luffy, we didn't get his backstory yet. So when we saw that, we were like, "Yo, what the hell is Sanji doing?" It didn't
I just
make
don't feel
sense.
like Kaido has put up that type of energy for us to be like, yeah.
What about Crocodile? How do you Crocodile?
Crocodile
That was
was
a
just-
perfect villain.
Crocodile
Didn't
was,
even need a backstory.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Perfection.
Because like
Perfection.
him, all we have of him is basically we have no reason to why he did anything. All it is like I had a goal. For whatever reason, I wanted I went from a pirate to Shichibukai. Because he was kind of slowly trying to get out of the pirate game.
But this is what I get
Nah.
that too. But at the same time, it's like What's Kaido's actual goal? Can you tell me?
It's so far from what we know so far, it's to die a grand death, an epic death like Whitebeard and Roger and maybe Rox did, Odin did. Like he wants to die a grand death, and if he can't die that death, he wants to, because he doesn't believe he can die, he doesn't believe anybody can actually kill him. He wants to destroy the world as it is, because that could either lead to that, or at the minimum, it will just appease that grand thing that he wants to do.
Okay, so hold on, Lawrence. I'll let you go right after. The reason I asked that question is because that goal isn't relatable.
Yeah, it's not.
He doesn't have a relatable type of goal that makes you feel like, oh, I get what he means. Sometimes your greatest villains are the heroes of their own story. He doesn't have that. He doesn't give you that vibe. And that, like, when you brought up Crocodile, right? Like, Crocodile wanted the ancient weapons. He brought some type of mystery we knew existed, but we just didn't know what it was. And he did it in this way where, like, he had his own crew, but, like, he was secretly sending, like, his own CP0s around the world. It was like even Doflamingo had that same type of aspect where it brought an interest because he was a celestial dragon. It's like everything that we've seen from Kaido, he's an Oni. Cool. What's with the Onis? Probably flashback time. How long is it going to take until we get that? Yeah. Like, can you go another 10 to 15 chapters of just, like, no flashback of Kaido and we're just still getting these little tidbits?
No, we need it.
No, yeah.
Just need Luffy to lose first. I've been said that. Luffy loses again. Luffy loses again. Kaido's flashback starts, and it'll be lit. And the thing is, with villains, especially in long-running series like this, the villain is supposed to do a few things, right? Like, you're talking about to be the hero of their own story. That can be true, yes, and that's typically true with almost every One Piece villain. But they have to be able to correlate with Luffy. So how does Kaido and Luffy bounce off of each other? How does Luffy grow in his struggle versus Kaido?
It's sad to say this, but it's because he's the learning curve Yonko. And it's disrespectful.
Yeah, but remember, we talked about why he is. It's only because, and that's why I'm going to go back to feeding into why he is. But that's what I'm saying is why we need the backstory and feed more into his character. Because Sebastian brought out, right, his end goal was seemingly now is to destroy the world or have a great war for something. But does that match up what earlier Kaido said? I want to change the world. Do they coincide? Changing the world and destroying the world are kind of different things. Because one is like you're ending it and one is you're trying to change it.
It's so funny that, like, we're seeing just a beefier Gecko Moria, bro. Because, like, literally what Kaido did to Gecko Moria is, like, kind of what just happened to him for some reason. But, see, that's the thing, too. It's the thing is because he's had such a dramatic shift in personality and goals.
Yeah.
Like, how do you go from saying, I want to change the world to being like, I just want to have the greatest war? Like, what happened to you, bro? Like, this is why I say this flashback should have been had probably right after he knocked off Luffy. Before the Joy Boy comment. Like, after the Joy Boy comment, it should have went straight into Kaido's flashback. That way, we could have just had some more context as to what was going on. And it would have made King not seem to have to carry such a burden now, which I think it's a burden on his shoulders. But now he's out. So we can't give him that type of credit anymore.
But do you see what happens with doing it later does? We're thirsty for it. And you can get, remember I was talking about the bounce between Kaido and Luffy. You can get more, like a deeper connection between them two by having them continue to fight and to actually have Kaido trigger the backstory. When he just beat Luffy and he has the Joy Boy thought, why would he think about anything major to his life then? But if him and Luffy are going toe to toe and he finally, like, beats Luffy, and it's like, then you have that moment. Then you have the, I almost lost. Like, this dude really came for me. Like, he starts thinking back to the legendary pirates like Rox. Like, when he got hit the first time.
Yeah.
He thought about Rox, Shanks, Roger, Odin, Whitebeard. He thought about them. When you knock Luffy off the island and he's done and it's like, whatever, that's not going to make you think about them. That's not going to make you have the flashback.
But it does make me think of Naruto. Because it's like every bad villain that happened to, like, come into Naruto and was about to get defeated had a flashback. And like that ran sour after a while because it's like, yo, I expect now he's going to lose because he has like people were like, yo, if there's a flashback that happens, that character is done. And I remember that
run of like, damn, it's over for
I think
Zetsu or whatever.
the thing is, I think Oda's too great of a writer in order to have that happen. Like for us to feel that way, because again, it comes into the whole Luffy's fate / destiny type of road path that he's created, but probably really hasn't. And it's like, I get it. And then to bring up your point about the Joy Boy situation, about like why was Roger too early? Well, Poseidon wasn't born yet.
Yeah.
Like you could be as strong as you want, but you need Poseidon in order to become the Joy Boy. Which is why like Joy Boy, whoever that was in the past, said sorry to the fishmen because she was the mermaid alive then? Do you know?
I'd have to go back and read it.
You
I
gotta
don't
research it, right?
remember.
Sorry.
He just said he apologized for something that he had done. I don't know if he had apologized because the timing was wrong. He seemed like he was apologizing for an action he had taken that might have messed whatever the game plan was up, or something he didn't do. It was something like that.
No,
I don't think it was a yo. I'm sorry. I'm too early. It was a I'm sorry. Something I did is going to mess this up, and we didn't get it done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, because the reason I was thinking of why tying that and feeding to what Sebastian was saying, because remember Kaido's reaction to when he knocked Luffy off, right? He was still not really impressed with Luffy, right? He's just like, oh, but he did also say something fast. You couldn't be Joy Boy either. So that could be applying to himself, or it could have been applying to Rocks. It could have been applying to whoever, right? But he knows that you couldn't be Joy Boy either. But now we see, again, going into Kaido, what Kaido wanted, right? He went from, I want to change the world to now I want a big war, right? He wants, you're showing he's going suicidal mode, but he wants a thrill. He wants excitement. Why he's the learning curve Yonko is because he's kind of like bored with what he is, because all the greats, he's outlasting them. Everyone else is dying while he's not. He wants a challenge. He's like, I'm this powerful person, but I have no one to show my strength with. So the reason why, how I can do it, all right, I'll have the greatest war on the earth. That would give me the amusement. So now he's fighting Luffy, where Kaido's actually enjoying himself. So this could lead into like where he can even go into where he said, I want to change the world, a flashback where like maybe him wanting to be Joy Boy earlier, or where I want to change the world, where Luffy reminds him, I was like him once. Or that energy, this vulgar, there's something where we get the flashback later on. That could awaken in Kaido now with this fight with Luffy. Hopefully Luffy still loses, right? But it could trigger something because Kaido wasn't enjoying himself. It was more amusement and little entertainment, but he says, so am I. So he's legit enjoying himself with his fight with Luffy now. Sorry, I cut ahead now.
No, it's fine. You know what it is? I'm just starting to realize, like, Kaido might be the kid of, like, the Yonko, bro. And I'm so disappointed because, like, he's starting to seem like a character that, all right, so how can I explain this correctly? Without, like, coughing and stuff. So, King tells Kaido, you can possibly be Joy Boy, right? And obviously this idea has stuck with him to the point where he is now, and the Joy Boy thing still matters to him, right? Which is why he brought it up when he knocked Luffy off the cliff. And he seems like a character that takes inspiration from other great characters, such as like Rocks being a great pirate, right? He must have got some inspiration to be a pirate or to be as great as he is right now. He did the same thing with Whitebeard, wanting to go to the war when Whitebeard had the greatest war ever. And then he does it now with like kind of like with Luffy and like what he's been able to accomplish so far. This is why he loves to fight. It's like his character only becomes like good when other characters are around to support his like personality traits. And it's like, I don't know if I like that within a character. I don't know if I like seeing a character only be able to function off of other characters. It makes it feel like he's less interesting than I thought already. You get what I'm talking about or not? So it's like, if King never says that, like, does the Joy Boy thing matter? Like, if Whitebeard, you know, or Rocks wasn't in the picture, would he be as great as he is now? Like, possibly not, but it doesn't seem like he has his own kind of goals in a way. Like he just does what everybody else does. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I think he could be more interesting.
I thought of something. It's a little, and it's completely off topic, but it is hitting me when we talked about Poseidon, right? Remember the prophecy that was said about Luffy destroying Fisherman Island? It was like, all right, it didn't come true. Luffy didn't do it because Fisherman Island there. What if that's later on, like the whole, like, but that's Luffy merging the Fisherman world with the human world?
Nah, that's gonna be when he destroys the Red Line.
But actually, I thought about that. But how would that affect Fisherman Island coming up?
Well, the Fisherman Island wouldn't be there anymore. That's what the Noah's for. Like the fishermen will go on to the Noah, and then Poseidon, Shirahoshi, will bring it up to the surface, and they'll probably live on Marijo, bro.
But
I mean, they could straight up destroy the island itself and then have to live just on the surface level.
that's what I'm trying to say.
Maybe
Yeah.
Shibodi.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Luffy destroying Fisherman Island to merge the two. You know, because right now they're viewing it as bad, but Luffy's will most likely do it in a way that would be good.
Yeah, it'll be
for them.
beneficial.
Yeah, it's gonna be beneficial.
Yeah.
The Fisherman Island's not supposed to be there. That's the point.
Yeah, they're getting like secondary sun rays from the bottom of the Eve tree or whatever. It's like
Their goal is to see the sun.
But yeah, I was just thinking about him, Luffy doing it as Joy Boy, because that's what the vision of kind of like showed.
Yeah, I mean, in order to be Joy Boy, you need Poseidon at the end of the day. All right.
maybe Kaido just realized that Joy Boy does a lot of positive stuff. He was like, yo, I ain't trying to do none of that.
He's like, yo, I'm not interesting enough to do any of this.
He's like,
I don't know what else you want me to do, but like, if somebody else does it, I'll probably do it too. All right, so let's go to question number 2. And this is going to be an interesting one. Yo, for everybody that's watching, just chill out when I ask this, all right?
It's about to be wild. It's about to be
It's a
wild.
little wild. All right, so next we see Usopp defending himself against the Beast Pirates by himself, which is impressive. But nonetheless, Kiku and Kenimon tell Usopp to leave them. They would rather die than have them like be defended by Usopp, which obviously. Usopp yells out how he hates their culture and would do anything to survive. As we've seen with King, King thought he was superior because of his race, and now Usopp is hating other people's cultures. Is Oda clapping back at the One Piece community by making black characters seem anti-culture and racist for the Zoro slander?
Wow.
Bro, what? Oh my
Wow.
god.
We'll start with Sebastian.
I didn't get that at all when I read it. I didn't think that. I didn't think that.
So Oda's not clapping back.
I didn't think he was clapping back. I actually did like the moment for Usopp, because it's like, ever since the raid has started, the samurai have been like, yo, I'm gonna sacrifice myself and I'm gonna do this and that. It's like, all right, bro, like, unless you have to die, like, shut up. Like, you don't gotta die to do everything. Like, you don't gotta sacrifice yourself for every single thing here. The reverse racism role, though, I didn't correlate that. I mean, Oda's a smart enough guy. He could have. But, you really threw me off with that one. Yeah, I really wasn't expecting that. But yeah, as far as the scene itself goes, I have nothing for the reverse racism or the clap back that you're talking about.
No,
Absolutely
nothing.
nothing. Hopefully Laura's got something, because I don't think Oda pays attention to that at all.
Yeah.
Personally,
No.
I don't think he pays attention to that at all. He might have seen it and laughed. I don't even know if it's made its way to Japan. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Oda lives in Japan and he probably only watches Japan YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, he's not watching American One Piece reaction.
Yeah.
And I don't think that meme or that joke has made its way.
I mean, he
to
wouldn't
Japan.
watch our show, obviously.
Oda, if you're watching, no, I'm kidding.
Like,
God, he said you wouldn't watch. Zoro wouldn't watch.
hey, they black?
Yes.
But
They probably hate Japanese people.
I did like the moment, and I didn't like it at the same time, because I still want somebody to die. And, like, this is, like, tying into nobody dying.
Yo, facts.
I would rather somebody dies.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So, are you good? All right. So, Lawrence, what do you think, man? Do you think this is like Oda clapping back at the One Piece community by making black characters seem anti-culture and racist for the Zoro slander?
No, I don't. I didn't think of that in the slightest when I was reading this chapter. So no, I don't think Oda. I agree with Sebastian. I don't think Oda's thinking about that. I think this was well within Usopp's personality, because he's seen. I'm not trying to rip Usopp and say he's a coward, but we see how much he clings to life.
Yeah.
Right. So that's where I feel like this is where this came from. Usopp's like clinging to life about everything. Like he even says, I will survive, even if it means me crying, snot running down my nose. I will do what it takes. Like, Usopp's a liar. He'll lie whatever or do whatever it is to scheme to keep himself alive. And then seeing people that would so casually for every single goal just throw their life away wouldn't sit right with him, especially people he's trying to save. He goes, you're not helping me save you, which is putting me in danger. So it's like,
Stop doing that.
Stop doing this. So it's like, it's well within Usopp's rights for, personality for him to react this way. It's like, I'm bothered by you guys because like he said, why'd I even come back here in the first place? Now I'm about to die. And there's like, Usopp's like, I can't do this. Then he gets saved.
Yeah.
Then he's like, so it's like, then he's ripping their culture because it's like, I don't want to be in a situation at all, and I'm forced to be trying to help you guys, and you guys just throwing your life away. So yeah. So I don't think Oda was coming back at black people for this.
So you know what's crazy? This was when I was.
Where did you get this? I know you.
Hold on. No, I did think of it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I was like, yo, this chapter kind of isn't that interesting. There's like so much that happened. There was like the numbers, the Fujirokuju fight with Raizo, and I was just like, yo, there's not enough content for me to ask questions that are freaking interesting. So I was like, yo, what is interesting? And I was like, oh my God. I was like, yo, I was like, yo, there's like Usopp's really being anti-culture. And I was just like, yo, what if this is like the second black character during this arc that happens to be kind of racist. And I was like, yo, this is a aha moment. And I was like, I need to ask this question because realistically speaking, like I'm not saying, like, obviously this is all trolling and it's like funny, but like what if Oda was really like, yo, I've been hearing all this Zoro slander and been big upping black people as being like the second strongest in each crew. And like y'all complaining about it. So I'm gonna make King racist, which he is, and then I'm gonna make Usopp anti-culture. And I was like, he's clapping back. The dude clapping back at us. But for everybody, obviously it's not, what it is. I mean, it could be. But I mean, at one point, all I'm saying is Ace had the swastika sign on his back, and it had to be changed.
All right, well,
so
hold on.
So we gonna just point that out.
But the swastika.
And he was trying to fight somebody that had the darkness fruit. So
no, I'm kidding.
Who was black too, and his name is Blackbeard. So all I'm saying is, there's evidence of it being done. But we not seeing it in that light because we just like, yo, whatever, yo. But anyway, all right, so let's go to the next question. How's the chat behaving? Someone said take my
Arjun said take your mic away. They started having a reverse racism conversation.
Listen.
Between Super Gamer and a couple other, I can't see the names quick.
Oh, okay.
Benny said, Benny K.
Hey, what's up, Benny?
To stop disrespecting kid.
Oh, you're going to love this question, Benny. All right, so the next question for you guys, right? It's X Drake has been taken out by the CPO member with the fedora. It looks like it was mid-diffed. Apu ran away with Enby. Zanki got one-shotted as well, which continues the numbers are pretty much fodder or badly written. My question to you is, should we start ranking the Supernova? And if so, what's your list?
Ooh, Supernova list.
So, Sab, you want to go first? Because Lawrence went first last time.
Are we counting Luffy and Zoro?
Yes.
Okay. Luffy.
Obviously, Blackbeard is part of the worst generation, so he's not in it.
Okay.
So, just Supernovas. Yeah, so, do you want me to list those off for you guys, or do you know it by heart?
Yeah,
I think
I
I
mean,
got
yeah.
him.
Yeah.
We're doing all of them.
Yeah. So we can
okay.
do
All
all.
nine? Okay.
Yeah.
Luffy 1, obviously. I mean,
Kind of have to
Yeah.
at this point.
Okay.
Zoro 2.
Mm-hmm.
Kid 3. Law 4, probably a tie. Yup.
And the show, man.
Yup.
I don't want to even talk about it no more.
Kid 3, Law 4. Who's after that? Hawkins' ability is really, really interesting and potentially overpowered. He did lose the Killer, so I should probably put Killer over him, but that was a very circumstantial loss.
What?
I'm going to put Killer over Hawkins.
Kind of have to.
I'm going to put Hawkins next, then I'm going to go Drake over Hawkins, then Apu, then Uroji, because I feel like his dub over Snack was circumstantial, and we just haven't seen the guy. Yeah.
How is it circumstantial?
Kid made mention of hurting one of Big Mom's sweet commanders, and then magically Uroji, who's been like the least hyped of any of the Supernovas, defeated one. So I'm gonna assume he defeated the one that Kid had hurt.
He still put more work in than Kid did.
Sure he did.
Okay.
So
All right.
whatever. Anyway,
Okay.
and then Capone, because I just don't think Capone's ability is great. And
Capone's ability isn't great. It might not be, but he can hold people who like put it this way. Like if he had 1/3 of the Kuja pirates inside of his body and they just shot cannonballs. And we know he could take punches from Big Mom. Multiple punches from Big Mom.
his ability.
His abilities would still be better.
Does he? Then who?
So you think Kid's ability Awaken can take out Big Father?
Yes.
Okay, bro.
I mean,
Okay, bro.
people. It's like
Okay, bro.
it's like One Piece fans
that's
don't
crazy.
know what the word portrayal means. Like that's what I'm understanding. That's what the kid slander comes from. Like, understand that if he could magnetize Big Father and or Capone himself, and then toss him around as if he's just a magnetic
That's not
being,
what he does, though.
But he can, and
He's
it's not.
But
and
he
it's
hasn't been
not-
shown to do stuff like that.
Listen, he did it to Big Mom. And Big Mom is like a Yonko who's like 2 tons in weight and like is impossible to control. How I say this? Once
He's
Kid
done it
gets
with
serious,
scrap metal, and he used those scrap metals to grab her arm
Anyway,
and
Bonnie was last.
swing her away.
Bonnie was last. But regardless, if y'all truly believe that Capone could defeat Kid in a fight, y'all don't know what y'all reading. I'm
At
sorry,
this
y'all
point,
don't.
I don't know, bro.
Yo, you don't know what you're
I
reading.
don't know, bro.
Dude, one of them has King's of Position Haki
Cool, never used it.
and
They would have to know.
and an Awakened Devil Fruit, and a Devil Fruit that's generally
Cool.
stronger.
It wouldn't
and
work on
tanking
Beige.
ability to survive multiple attacks from multiple Yonkos.
Crazy, yo. He got an
multiple
arm.
times.
His arm is lost, though. But keep going.
Yo,
By who?
dude, this is I don't
We
understand.
don't know,
bro.
right? Because
This
he
is
got
the
it by a no-name
Morris,
red-hair
this be
pirate.
the problem I have with the Marco hate, right? It's like, put it this way, dudes get beat by the strongest characters in the series. Yonkos, Admirals, etc. Nobody who's not at that level has defeated them, right? But you're gonna tell me that Capone could beat him? Because we haven't seen
I
him
didn't say
win
he
a
could
fight.
beat him. I didn't say he could
There
beat him.
shouldn't be a
But I'm
question.
saying
There should
it's
not be a question.
It is question because
Oh
Kid
my-
has been utterly trash.
I can't, bro. I
Utterly
can't.
trash.
Go
ahead.
Go ahead,
Lawrence.
Law. But that's the list.
Go ahead,
That was
Law.
my list. Kid 3.
So it's a few variations from Sebastian's. One, obviously, at this point, you have Luffy, Zoro, top 2. 3, I'm gonna go Law for 3.
That's fair.
Right? I'm gonna go Law for 3. For 4,
Wait, you
got-
had Kid at 3?
Over Law, yeah.
yeah.
He can't even hurt a Yonko. All right, keep going, bro. Keep going, bro.
I'm gonna put.
Most people can't hurt Yonkos.
I'm
Okay,
gonna put.
but he can't though. But Law is what? Oh,
I got Law 4.
I'm gonna put Kid at 4.
Wallen.
Kid at 4. So this one at 5. I'm going back between. I guess it would make sense to put Killer. It's between Killer or Drake for 5. Killer or Drake. I'm trying to debate because I'm thinking that fight against Zoro. I guess since he beat Hawkins, I gotta put
Killer beat Hawkins, bro.
yeah. So
And it wasn't close.
So I'm gonna put Killer at 5, Drake at 6, Hawkins at 7, and then it's gonna be similar like Arogi at 8, Bonnie at 9.
Y'all
Yeah,
wildin'.
Capone over Roche.
Oh, where'd I put Capone?
You didn't. I don't think you ranked him.
I don't think I ranked him. I did 9. Who?
You should just
Did I
put
skip
it
a
down.
number?
I don't think so.
7. I didn't put anyone at 7. That's what it was. Yeah. So Capone actually. All right. Arogi, I think Arogi's stronger than Capone. In all honesty.
Listen, bro.
I put him over Capone in mine, right? I think. Did I? I think I did.
Cracker and Sweet were like comparable from what they've said. So if we're gonna sit here and disrespect Yorogi like that, that's crazy.
But Cracker destroyed him. No,
No, he
didn't beat Cracker.
he didn't beat Cracker, but he beat Sweet.
He beat Snack. Yeah.
I mean Snack. Yeah, my
Snack.
bad.
Okay, so Snack had a $600 million bounty or something like that. Crackers was like 9 point something or 8.6.
I don't see Rogi's not being
Like
being
Snack wasn't
Cracker.
hyped to be better than Perospero. You know what I'm saying? He
Listen.
was just a sweet commander.
So I'm trying to think because like Orogi, we've seen a little bit of a fight pre-time skip, but post-time skip, can he really take on, for example, what Snack and what Capone could offer is an army in a way to fight for them. How can Orogi match up against fighting an army? Snacks is going to be Cracker's going to be a stronger
We just know
army.
that he beat a third commander of a Yonko crew.
Fourth commander.
Well, he was third at the time.
No, he wasn't. I don't even know if he was fourth.
He was third at the time.
Katakuri, Smoothie, Cracker, Snack.
Yeah.
And Prospero.
No, Cracker replaced him.
No.
No?
No.
No. Snack, no.
Anyway.
And again, Prospero was higher rated in the family in terms of respect than Snack.
Well,
Snack got sent out with like the other kids.
What I would do
to
is
clean up the German. Bro.
I did Hawkins at 6. So at 7, I'll put Orogi. Capone, I'll put 8. Bonnie 9. That's what I'll do.
That's clean.
All right.
That's clean. What's your list, bro?
So it's gonna be
Whatever Larry says is gonna be stupid.
It's not gonna be stupid at all.
Understand that.
It's not gonna be stupid.
If
at
Kid's
all.
not top 5,
No.
if he's not top 4, it's already a bad list.
It's
Go ahead.
number 1's Luffy. 2 is gonna be Zoro. 3, Law. 4 is gonna be Yorogi.
Okay.
Because of his Yorogi's up there. Killer will be 5. Beige and Kid will be tied for 6 because I don't know who would win between them two. 7 will be Drake. 8th would be Apu. 9th would be Hawkins, and then 10th would be Bonnie. Straight up.
We disrespecting Bonnie low key with this list, but
I
whatever.
know. I wanted to put her
I wanted
higher.
to put her higher, but I didn't know who to put her over.
Same.
Listen,
But
y'all not realizing Luffy is obviously there because he has the Conqueror's coding at ease at this point. He's the strongest person in almost not in the show, but like he's definitely top 20. Then you got Zoro, who's learning Conqueror's coding, and obviously, Law. He's only other person besides everybody else on the list who can actually hurt a Yonko by himself. Like he can use Kroom and just stab Kaido through the throat. Even before his Kroom, he was able to hurt Kaido with Gamma Knife.
Yo, low key.
So like he should definitely be 3rd. You had him 4th?
Yep.
Wait, he's talking about Drake though. Did you mention Drake?
No. He's talking about Law right now.
And then Yorogi is because he did beat a Sweet Commander. There's nobody else on this list who has been able to do such a thing. Nobody. The only person that comes close is Apu. And Apu knocked out Luffy for that little small second, which definitely isn't any indicator that he's strong. It's just he got away with something because his ability is weird. All right? Then Killer, who's... The reason I put Killer above Kid and Kid should be above him is
you're a
because
meathead?
because Killer himself
that was what the
has
answer was.
actually hurt Kaido in some shape or form. He's put in work and beat one of the Supernova while his captain was also attached to the person. And he figured out his ability like that. So he has the battle IQ that Kid doesn't have that we've seen. Also, he's able to hurt a Yonko. People don't forget, like, if you can't hurt a Yonko, then you can't really do anything at this level.
Wait.
That's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense.
I want to know though. Did you rank Killer higher than Kid?
Yes. Yes, I did.
His captain.
His captain.
Yes.
Listen, he's one of those people.
No, it's because Kid literally hasn't done anything. He hasn't shown Rio. He hasn't shown stage 2 of armament. He hasn't shown observation at all because all he does is take hits. He literally had his moment to take and hurt Kaido in some shape or form, and he decided to slam the dude. Like at this point, like even his this is what I'm saying. Like Kid himself is a bad Devil Fruit user, but his Devil Fruit overall is Hawks. It should be Yonko level. It should be top 5 in the verse. And it is. But he's so bad at using it, and he's so bad as an overall character, that, like, you can't put him higher than he should be. And that's my point. It's like Killer has been able to define himself and capitalize on these moments where you're supposed to be capitalizing. Kid hasn't done any of that. His strongest attack happens to be his magnetism attack. And what did it do to Yonko? Absolutely nothing. What actually hurt Big Mom was getting stabbed through her throat. What has Kid done? He has Conqueror's Haki. Okay, what else? Has he shown it? Has he done anything with it? All he's done is been a convenience to other people because he needed their help.
Okay.
I will admit the Kid hasn't had the best showings. Like his Conqueror and his all-around just Haki showing hasn't been great or practically non-existent. And yes, he could be a little more if that's what using his ability. Even though he has shown awakening, that's impressive.
He's been a decoy, Lawrence. He's been a decoy for somebody that actually can hurt a Yonko.
He hasn't had a strong showing.
You know
that
what
is
I'm
true.
saying?
But he has been top 5 of the worst of the Supernovas.
Are we talking about bounty wise? Because this is just him hurting Marines, which is also not a strength feat.
So again,
this is more of I'm a crazy dude feat.
This is the problem with your thought process in general. How strong is an L to you?
I know it's really strong, but when it comes to Haki...
He would not be able to hurt any Yonko. You get what I'm saying? Is an L now weak to you?
That is not true.
He's not hurting Kaido. He's not hurting Big Mom.
His Devil Fruit can hurt.
would get negated by Blackbeard. Shanks would probably one-shot him in second. He's not hurting any Yonko. But to you...
His power...
He's strong.
Hold on.
That doesn't make sense.
Anel's Devil Fruit is top 5.
So
maybe top 7. But the thing is, he's able to use his Devil Fruit effectively.
Larry, let me get this off. He can
be like football fields away and
not hurt Yonko. It doesn't matter what he does. He wouldn't hurt Yonko.
He would be able to hurt. He would be able to hurt Big Mom more than Kid is hurting him.
No, he wouldn't.
Yes,
she would not be affected.
She wouldn't be affected by lightning. At all.
We've seen her get hit by lightning before. She was fine.
If Anel goes into his awakened mode like he did at the end of Skypiea and hits Big Mom with his strongest attack,
she's fine.
She won't be affected at all.
She
won't be affected at all.
She's losing 0.00002%.
That's crazy to say that. That's crazy to say that.
It's true. We saw her get hit by her own Zeus attack. And she walked through it like nothing happened. She's not getting hurt,
She didn't just walk through it. She got hurt from it. And Anel is pure energy. He's pure lightning. He can send a more devastating attack than that.
Hold on. My point is this.
So you're saying that Anel can't surmount Big Mom's lightning Zeus attack?
Even if he could, he wouldn't be able to hurt her to any effective level.
He can hurt her with his Devil Fruit, but he can't hurt her overall. He doesn't have the capabilities. He doesn't have the Haki levels to do so.
The point is,
he's another. You know who Anel is? He's the cracker of Devil Fruits. You get what I'm saying? Like he's not able to take a punch from any top tiers, but his overall offensive capabilities are great enough because of his Devil Fruit only, but not his armament. He wouldn't be able to. He can't bang out,
bro.
He can't clash with anybody.
But you're focusing too much on Anel, and the point is your logic is. Insert any character. You're saying if they can't hurt a Yonko, that's it. If they can't hurt Big Mom or Kaido specifically, basically, because Shanks is human as hell, so is Blackbeard. If they can't hurt Big Mom and Kaido specifically, they're not strong. And that logic is very, 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 very flawed.
So how do they beat them?
Let me get this off.
How do they beat them?
Let me get this off.
How do they beat them?
They're Yonko. They're not supposed to be beaten, Larry. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, that doesn't make, it doesn't make sense. Hold on. Let me get this off. It does not make sense for anybody to have to live up to the bar of the strongest people in the series to be considered strong in any level. Like, if Kid not being able to defeat a Yonko makes him the same as every other supernova on that list. Him not being able to hurt a Yonko makes him the same as everyone that's not Luffy, Law, and Zoro. And yes, I put Kid above Law, but again, that ties into the portrayal that Kid has had since he's been introduced in the story. He has been portrayed as a actual rival to Luffy.
How can you be a rival to somebody, but you can't do
Let me
their
get this
things?
off. Let me get this off. You can be a rival. Vegeta and Goku, what are you talking about? They are rivals. One clearly outshines the other dude. That's how rivalries work in anime. It happens all the time.
When has Kid ever outshined Luffy or almost outshined him?
I'm saying when they're pitted against one another, look at how Luffy reacts to Kid versus how he treats Law.
Cool, bro.
He doesn't look at Law as a rival. He looks at Law as a friend, basically a Nakama. When he sees Kid, it's beef. When Kid gets talked about, I have Conqueror's Haki.
But it could also just be personality clashes.
Bro, when he fought Luffy the first time.
Luffy's never going to get along with somebody that tortures other people.
Dog, when he fought Luffy, he literally crewed up with Crocodile when he needed to. When he fought Kaido the first time, Luffy fought Kaido the first time, Kaido beat Luffy and immediately thought back to Kid having Conqueror's Haki. Because that was the last dude that gave him, not work, but tried to fight him in this way, right? Law doesn't get that. Law has only ever fought Yonkos with other people. Kid and Killer fought Kaido.
Hold on. You're getting too carried away now. So like, if Kid has no way of hurting Kaido, what's his chances?
That just makes him lesser than Luffy.
What's his chances of beating Kaido at all?
0.
Exactly.
The same percentage that Law has.
No,
Law has 0%.
No, because
there's
Law
no
can
percentage.
Use Kroom, bro.
And what would it do?
It would hurt Kaido to some degree.
So okay,
it's better.
It's still 0%.
But it's better than it's not better. It's not 0%. You can't actually, if he can actually hurt him, there's a chance he can beat
Larry,
him.
that's
There's
not
no
how it
chance
works.
that Kid can beat Kaido.
Larry, let me.
There's no chance.
Let me
he can't hurt him.
But now you're arguing matchups.
It's not matchups. It's just you're not good enough.
If Law and Kid if Law and Kid fought, and Law gets his sword taken away by Kid, and he gets his body magnetized by Kid, and he can't use Kroom in the same way. Now we're talking matchups.
But now we're talking about Gamma Knife being able to just go through Kid and wreck his guts out.
And I've seen Kid tank Yonko level attacks multiple times.
This is where we get into...
Law doesn't have any Yonko level attacks.
This is the same thing we talk about Marco. Why Marco is trash, right? Because Marco can't necessarily compete at the level that he needs to. He just can take attacks. He's just there because he's considered to be there.
Even this out. Because he's not getting the portrayal or the matchup part.
I get the portrayal, but when the portrayal literally isn't shown in evidence, then there's a lack of evidence of him actually being able to do anything.
No,
it's not even screen. He's had screen time.
No, he has not had much.
Hold on. He went to the highest level of One Piece. He saw Big Mom, he saw Kaido, and he had 4 other supernovas with him, and he was considered to be a rival to Luffy. Luffy did damage. Killer did damage. Zoro did damage. Law did damage. What did Kid do? He didn't do jack nothing, right? And why is that? Because he doesn't live up to the portrayal that he's supposed to be there. He's saving his best for last. He literally just said, yo, I can't use my conquerors. I can't use my awakening at this point in time because it's going to drain my stamina levels. So I'm only going to use it because I think we need to. And I used it. And what happened?
No.
Absolutely nothing.
Law made mention to something, yo, do you have more? Is there more you can do? And Kid straight up said,
cool, bro.
I'm not telling you.
My bad. We went through every scenario where you're supposed to be able to hurt one of these guys because you're supposed to be top tier for the supernovas. And guess what? You didn't do anything.
Oh, my God.
You didn't do anything.
Well, go ahead.
This is like Marco going to the war and not doing anything either.
Well,
Kid is trash, bro.
That's it. Different.
Like, Kid is trash.
It's different because, for example, Marco's situation, well, I always said it, and Sebastian knows, Marco was supposed to be, as a veteran in the New World in his age and experience, he was supposed to be up there.
And what he do?
And
he let his whole crew get slaughtered.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, the difference is, Kid's not supposed to be up there because Luffy's not supposed to be up there either. Right?
But they are supposed to be at this right now. They're getting inclined in strength because of it.
Yeah, but the thing is, right? For example, the difference is Luffy's potential and genius as a fighter is greater than Kid's, right? Luffy recognized. Remember, because if you think about this, right? When Luffy first started hitting Kaido, right? It's the same if Kid started hitting Kaido.
But there's
no effect.
But this is a difference, bro.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, right? But what did Luffy get in Wano? He got, old experienced guy training him how to use a greater version of Haki.
So now we giving Kid the inability to get better because he didn't have a trainer?
No, like, right? But like, it's right. No, what I'm trying to say is, right? What I'm talking about is more like the realization, right? Luffy, what I'm saying is Luffy comes to the realization, yes, with help, but also his own right, his own genius, realizing, because later on, he realized he needed something more when fighting Kaido. He was like, I'm hitting him, but I need something more. This is Luffy. And then he realized, and then he got help.
Yo, did Kid have that? Did Kid have that perspective at all?
No, so
the whole thing.
This is what I'm trying to say. The difference is between not that Kid is so far below, because Kid has the means to eventually hurt Kaido, but not right now. And this is what I'm matching up to.
Crazy.
But this is what I'm matching up to the genius level or potential that Luffy is. Right? Luffy realized while fighting Kaido, even though it was brief, I need something more. But this happened twice. Right? The first time he hit him, I need something more. Realizing, all right, I need to mimic, because this is without help. I need to do something that what Rayleigh was doing. Then later on, he realized in a fight again with Kaido, you're adding your conquerors to it, right? Both realizations Kid did not get, but also, too, remember, who was Kid fighting? He was fighting, yes, a little bit of Kaido, but mainly his focus was Big Mom, right? Where you don't need, in a sense, that, or right away, you wouldn't get that, because... For example, Kaido's using that actively in his attacks, where Luffy realized it. Because without Luffy getting hit by Kaido, with Kaido embrolling Conqueror's Haki into his attack, Luffy would not have realized this. But Kid was fighting Big Mom, who's not doing that. Didn't do it to him. Because remember, when Big Mom punched Kid in the face, she didn't use even hardening. She may have used Haki.
You know why she didn't use it? Because she didn't need it against Kid. Because he's that trash, bro.
But Kid, remember, Kid didn't get knocked out. He actually, because of this, shows the Kid's actually tolerance. Because after taking a full attack from a Yonko, used the opportunity to counter the Yonko.
Oh, so he's a little bit better than Marco?
But no, well, this is what I'm trying to say is, right?
These are not feats, bro.
I know, I'm not saying these are feats.
These aren't excuses either.
I'm not saying these are excuses.
Hold up. Getting deck clean in the face by Yonko and tanking it isn't a feat?
No. Not right now.
Okay.
At this level?
Okay.
At this level.
How many characters can do that?
At this
Yo,
level?
this is what I mean, yo.
But this is what,
my God.
But you have a history of liking characters that are just defensively hawks.
Yo.
That doesn't mean anything. We're not talking about football. We're talking about if I verse you and I need to get past you, can I do it? And if the answer is absolutely 100% no, you aren't great.
But it's
you
no
aren't third rate.
It's no for everybody else too.
No, but the top three.
I don't get it.
But this is what I'm saying.
Can't be the Yonko.
Yo, but he has a percentage. He has the percentage of possibly doing it.
No, but what did you just say? You said if this is the case and I have to get past you and I can't do it, the answer's no. The answer's no for Law. So why does
Luffy
he get
can
so
barely even do it.
Why does Law get the clout when I have King's Haki, you don't?
Because Law can actually hit you and hurt you. That's the reason. Like,
and if Kid used
understand.
his awakening on Law and threw him in the water and Law just died, that could be the fight. So like, what are we talking about?
And also too, if you want to count it, because in a way, this is gonna sound.
I don't understand y'all, bro.
Because like Zoro uses swords.
Cool.
He has a more effective way of taking out Kaido than Luffy. Does that make Zoro greater or stronger than Luffy at this point?
No, it doesn't. But the fact is if Kaido wanted to, he can just clash with those swords, and then Zoro wouldn't be able to last for long. The deciding factor is who has the greater possibility of defeating a Yonko. That's usually who's going to be your top three or top four.
That's not how you determine anything.
That's
not how you determine anything.
But the thing is, we're ranking Supernova.
Did you say?
We're ranking from strongest to least strongest, right?
Did you say Supernovas in a fight versus Yonko, or did you say Supernovas in strength in general?
It doesn't matter. Because
it does matter.
If I go to the top tier levels and Kid can't do anything, that's it. You're done.
Oh my
You're
God,
done.
bro.
If my right hand is outshining me in every single aspect of any fight we've gotten into.
This man beat Hawkins.
Cool.
That's outshining Kid in every single aspect.
But like Lawrence just said, right? You just said that the reason why Luffy happens to be as great as he is right now is because of his battle IQ, correct?
Yeah.
We're seeing no battle IQ from Kid. At all.
But
We're not seeing anything.
Did he almost not take Big Mom out? Was she not about to die?
Hold on. Was that his plan or was it Law's plan?
Did they confirm whose plan it was? Either way, he had to do it.
Either
way, he had to do it.
Could he have done it?
He had to
Could
take
he
the
have
shot.
done it by himself?
Larry, they said, yo, somebody's gonna have to take the shot from Big Mom, grab her, and push her off the island.
Listen.
And who's they tasked with?
We talking about a
Kid.
Hold on. We're talking about a Conqueror's Haki
Meanwhile,
user.
hold on. Meanwhile, Laura out here like, yo, their Hakis are too strong. I can't just teleport them. Meanwhile, Kid, I can use my awakening to move you.
Cool.
Meanwhile, if Zoro got beat, I'll take his sword away.
Did he move her with his awakening?
Come on,
did
man.
he move her with his awakening?
Yes.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't use his awakening against her.
It's ridiculous.
But Larry, you're also forgetting one fact, though. Remember, even if it is both of them, Kid still made Big Mom get serious and take how many years off her life? Was it? How many?
A year.
It was a year.
Yeah, you know why? Because she got stabbed through the throat by one of them.
because she wasn't in control of her body anymore. Big Mom has been hurt before.
No, and also, too, she said she took in more damage than she has in a while. So regardless of like,
when's the last time she got stabbed in the throat, Lawrence?
He wouldn't have been
like
able to stab her without
How
Kid,
crazy
though.
is that?
No, but I'm saying it was a combined attack by both of them.
And I agree with that statement, by the way.
Yeah,
But keep
and also
going.
too, it was a combined attack by both of them. But also, what I mean is, yes, Kid may be in that situation now. Yes, like Luffy's realizing it because also he was fighting Kaido and be able to realize it through Kaido. But Kid wasn't put in that same situation as Luffy was. But also, all Kid has to do is realize. Not like he's not gonna realize. He's going to realize it. If I embroil Conquerors into my attacks, this will change the game for him. That puts him up there. For example, like Zolo just got to where, in a way, we're higher, closer to Luffy because Zolo realized he has to put Conquerors into his attacks.
So what happens if he doesn't do it, Lawrence?
He's gonna do it.
What if he doesn't?
He's going to.
So what if he doesn't?
He's going to.
What if he doesn't? I'm asking you a question. If he doesn't do it,
then he
what
wouldn't
happens?
be able to defeat Kaido. But that doesn't, for example, but again, that doesn't knock him out the thing.
Hold on,
because
oh my God, yo, you guys are so crazy. Yo, you're telling me right now as a Conqueror's Haki user, and how many are there in the verse so far? Is there like 11 or something like that? Anyway,
I don't remember. There's like 16.
Overall, bro, we have a Conqueror Haki user who has to find other ways to take out a Yonko because he can't match up to their strength level. That is insane. That's the only person with Conqueror's Haki that we know of so far that has to do things like
Katakuri,
that.
Doflamingo,
Katakuri would probably be able to bang out.
Literally
They'd be able to.
Everyone. Every one of them.
They'd be able to hurt
Kaido
more than Kid would. Because Kid can't do anything.
What could Katakuri do to Kaido? What?
He has enough pop.
No, he does
yes,
not.
he does. He does have no pop.
Are you crazy?
No, we're talking
Are
about.
you crazy?
We're talking about Whole Cake Island Luffy, who was never going to lose to anybody. He was going to escape. I told you this already.
He argued on plot. Katakuri does not hit hard enough to hurt Kaido. To put Kaido down. He does not.
Okay,
no, he does not.
No. So we know that he has the extra level. No, he has stage 2 of armament.
Rio. He might have Rio.
He has stage 2 of armament. So don't act like that, bro.
Even if he had Rio,
that's not enough.
Katakuri is doing nothing to Kaido. Look at Kinemon.
Okay, bro.
Combined attacks from 12 other dudes with Rio.
Okay,
they did nothing.
Are they
to
as strong as Katakuri?
Bro, Katakuri
are they as strong as Katakuri?
Through.
But is he getting walked through more than Kid?
Kid's more durable.
Okay. That makes sense, right? Yeah, because Katakuri is stronger than Kid. Kid, listen, bro. If you're in the top tier levels and you can't hurt another top tier, you're done. You're not top tier anymore.
But Katakuri's not top tier.
You're mid tier, bro.
But Katakuri's not top tier,
bro.
He's not top tier. No, he's not. Top tier is Yonkos and Admirals. Katakuri can't beat a single Yonko or a single Admiral. So how is he top tier? He's not. The same way Doflamingo's not top tier. Don't throw top tier around.
I'm surprised you didn't use Garp.
Talking about. I was gonna say Garp.
Because for that situation.
What talking about?
Because Garp is not a known Conqueror's user.
Come on, bro. We're not gonna get into that aspect because we know that he literally has to be one. If he isn't one, he breaks the show. He makes other powers more relevant. It's like for somebody like Sanji, they'd be able to compete with people like Zoro and Luffy at a certain point because he could just hit that hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't need Conqueror's Haki. Kid doesn't even have that, bro. Kid literally has everything you need to be a Yonko. His Devil Fruit should possibly be top 3. Magnetism could do so much. Magnetism could make him float and create force fields. He'd be able to take the iron out of Big Mom's body and be able to destroy her from the inside.
Not Magneto.
But that's the thing. He has the magnetism fruit. He's allowed to do Magneto things. Yeah. He's allowed to be this Omega level mutant, which he should be. Which is why Dragon is going to be, if he has the weather fruit, he should be just as strong as a magnetism fruit user. Because Storm in Marvel is an Omega level mutant. She can do things that other people just can't. Like, I expect him to be Super Hawks, but has he lived up to his name? No. He's lived up to Captain Useless Mid, which is his nickname throughout the community
he's
now.
He's still young.
Listen, stop using this young stuff, bro.
No, but like that's a factor. That matters.
Luffy is 19. Pirated for a year and a half at most at this point. But the thing is, I get you. He's the main character.
No.
But what
I
I'm
was
saying
saying
is,
that.
But
Give freaking Kid 2 years of Ray Leaf training. We talked about Usopp getting that.
Come on, man. You know what's crazy? Kid is the only other character that has literally been in situations where his Haki is supposed to bloom, and what happened? He got his arm taken off.
But I'm ask you this question.
Where was he? Where was he when we needed him most? He was nowhere to be found.
Sebastian got to this situation in the past, right? Because Sebastian was the only thing that Luffy needed.
What time is it? 7:41. Let's just get past this, bro. Because
you're still wrong,
bro. I'm not wrong, bro. I'm not wrong.
I'm just saying.
It's sad.
I'm just saying, where does Luffy end up without the training? 2 years. He just
dead, bro.
He's just in the pirate universe. It's
cool.
Like what Kid did without training.
Cool,
where does Luffy end up? How strong is he?
He's going
crazy,
to die.
Bro. It's crazy that people could put Kid in top 4, top 5 even. He has done literally nothing.
Top 3.
Literally nothing. Literally nothing.
I'm just saying, Luffy will be nowhere near as strong as he is without that training. He'll be probably the same level. Sebastian's saying dead, but either worse than Kid or dead. Or he would be around the same level as Kid. He would not have his developed Haki or ability.
You know why this is not true? Because eventually Luffy would have figured it out.
He would have died before he could. He's too reckless.
Crazy. I mean, look at Kid, I guess, huh?
Kid's not as reckless as Luffy.
You're right.
He's not.
Cool. Still not good.
You don't have to like the dude. You just got to understand what portrayal means.
Listen, for everybody that's listening to us, sorry we went on a rampage. Like, literally, we have 2 more questions to ask, but we're just going to take calls. So if you guys want to call up, please do. We're going to answer some questions. We only have about 17 minutes. So, yeah. Call up. You could ask us anything. But anyway.
I regret nothing.
Listen, bro, you were wilding.
What are the other questions, real quick?
Bro, I can't believe you
just read the other questions.
I got a question, though.
What?
No, like, pretty much. Just going, before we get calls while we're waiting, I guess. This is me and Lana talking about it.
We got a question. Yeah. All right. You can pick it up, Marv. Let us know when it picked up. All right, welcome. My name is Larry, obviously. Welcome to that One Piece talk. Who's calling?
Welcome.
They hung up. Let's go!
Remember, are they still nervous with us? Are we still making people nervous?
They said don't apologize. It was amusing.
Oh, we got another one. All right, call back. All right. What's up, man? This is that One Piece talk. Who's calling and how are you?
Hey, it's going good. It's William.
Hey, what's up, William? How's it going, brother?
Hey, not too much. Not too much.
That's good, man. What's up?
I can just ask any question, I guess?
Yeah, ask any question, just not any crazy ones.
All right. So, around the fan base right now, a lot of people are saying that Mihawk is stronger than Shanks now. But I don't think Shanks is stronger, and I don't think Mihawk is stronger. I think Oda's going to have them just at even.
Just at even. You want to take that, Seb?
Yeah, sure. So thanks for the call and the question, William. To me personally, I think Shanks is stronger. I think we've had this discussion on this channel before. The way I try to correlate it is with boxing and MMA, like with Mayweather and McGregor. So like Mayweather would never be able to beat McGregor in a sword fight. You know what I mean? Or in a UFC fight. but he's able to defeat him in boxing. So if you limit it to just a sword to correlate it, Mihawk would defeat Shanks. But if they were able to use everything that they're capable and everything in their arsenal, I think Shanks would defeat Mihawk because he is, Roger's protege, Luffy's role model, and a Yonko, which all of those things are like bigger things than what Mihawk is technically. So like to
he
me,
has a lot more value than Mihawk does overall with the story.
To me, and like he's a confirmed Conqueror's Haki user. I think Mihawk is, but we don't have any nods to that.
He has to be.
He should be.
That makes sense just because Zoro's a Conqueror's Haki user, so I can see that.
Personally, I think Shanks. I don't know if you guys.
What about you, Law? What
concur
do you
with
think
that or not?
about Will's question?
It was a good question. Thanks for calling. I'm going to add, I believe that in the beginning, since we know that they fought in the previously, and this is while Mihawk was already earned the title of the world's greatest swordsman, and it's a young Mihawk and a young Shanks, and they fought to a draw countless times. So they said that their fights were heard about throughout the earth. But I do believe that was when they were younger, that Shanks eventually grew stronger than Mihawk, but they never fought again because Shanks was missing an arm. So I do believe.
That's tough, because we don't know who. Because Mihawk could have had another Haki bloom, and we don't know. And Shanks could have had a Haki bloom we don't know of.
True. So that's a good point. Like they could be the same strength. I'm in favor of Shanks in terms of strength. Seeing that he is a Yonko and Mihawk's. Granted, he's the top Shichibukai, like the strongest, and the Shichibukai and the strongest swordsman. So it's a good question about strength-wise who they're like. They're very close. I believe they're close in strength. I would give a little edge to Shanks though.
That's fair.
Listen, Will, I'm gonna be straight out with you, brother. All right. Who Mihawk beat to get that title? Who Mihawk beat to get that title, bro?
This is what I be dealing with.
Nah, bro.
This is what I be dealing with.
Who he beat? We don't know, right? We only know that Zoro is going to be the expectation of what Mihawk is going to be.
He beat Zoro.
Decided by what he's going to like. Every time Zoro goes up in strength, Mihawk has to be better than him. That's all we know. As of right now, Shanks ended up talking to Kaido down and said, "Yo, if you want to keep going, bro, let's go." And he stopped. All right. He went up to Whitebeard's crew, and his Conqueror's Haki, which is the only Haki in the verse, was able to break inanimate objects. He was literally breaking the Moby Dick. You know what I'm saying? And like the whole boxing MMA analogy is super dope too. I agree with it. But like, come on, man. People need to stop. Yo, who he beat? Well.
Zoro.
Don't give him a bomb for that.
Hold on, let Will talk.
Okay, so in Elbaf, we hope to see Shanks, right?
Yeah.
So if Mihawk is in Elbaf with Shanks, I will say Shanks is stronger than Mihawk. If Mihawk is not in Elbaf, then Oda can still make Mihawk stronger than Shanks.
I mean,
it depends, because if Zoro fights Ben Beckman, because he's going to be the second strongest, so that makes sense. But the way I see it, if Mihawk is there, it'll be Luffy versus Shanks, Zoro versus Mihawk. So then Shanks would be stronger than Mihawk. And then Sanji would end up fighting Ben Beckman, who would be the third out of the three.
Mm-hmm. Listen, man, continuity does exist. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Zoro's opponent is after, like let's say like Luffy fights Shanks in Elbaf, and then Zoro has to fight Mihawk much later because that's his endgame opponent, and then Blackbeard is Luffy's endgame opponent, then I could agree that yes, that does make sense due to continuity. But overall, right now, man, yo, people need to start respecting Shanks more, bro. Don't act like his armless feats ain't great. All right.
Armless feats.
I love both characters. I think they're both just top tier. I also love Kid. He's a great character. You gotta wait for it.
See, Will, we
were
cool until you said that.
Give him something.
Oh man, Will, we gotta take other calls, but we appreciate the call, man, and thank you for that last little nudge, man. I love that.
No worries.
Yeah, all right, thank you, Will.
See you guys.
See ya. That was a good one.
It was.
He ain't have to say that, Kid.
He totally did. You know why? Because Shanks and Kid are like, they're both redheads with like one arm and scars. They're like twins. They both haven't beat anyone technically.
Neither has Marco. But let's keep talking, bro.
I was gonna bring out the question. I was gonna ask: do y'all think Zoro is gonna get a new Hefetet?
Like a new name?
A new name?
Like, cause like right here, like and I was linking it to what he says right here. Okay, I guess, right? I guess I'll become the king of hell.
Oh, we got
Oh wait, yeah.
Let's go. What's going on? This is Larry from that One Piece Talk. Thank you for calling. And what's up? Who are you?
This is Arjun.
Hey, Arjun, my boy.
Hey, how you
Arjun,
doing?
man, what's up?
Hey, I just want to say I've always been a big fan of the show. Definitely love seeing this stuff every week, and glad you guys are feeling better.
Thank you, man.
thank
We
you,
were so
thank
sick.
My my big question. This Larry kind of brought this up earlier. So you said you need like Poseidon to be Joy Boy. So like based off that picture of Eam with like the posters of like Vivi, who's like speculated to be linked to Pluton, and Shirahoshi like being Poseidon. Do you think Eam is trying to become Joy Boy?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a good question.
Yeah,
Wow, that's a
interesting.
really nice one. I like that.
Law, you want to take it first?
Okay, so that's a very good. Oh, you still
No,
there?
he's good.
Yeah, that's a very good question. Thanks for calling. And
Yeah.
I kind of feel like Eam is more trying to kill Joy Boy.
Yeah, I agree too.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
he's. I don't know. It could be that he's trying to take Joy Boy's place, but I feel like Eam views Joy Boy as his greatest threat or his biggest enemy, because it seems like Eam is in control of the world right now, and he wants to stay in control. He wants to hold the power. So I guess Joy Boy is the threat to that, where he could change the world in favor of whatever vision Joy Boy has in set. So I believe Eam views that as the threat that or the person he has to take out, whoever it might be, or the biggest threat. So more like he's in the mission to kill whoever Joy Boy he believes is.
Yo, I just got the
We're trying to like
craziest theory.
anticipate the. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
I got the craziest theory. What if Eam was the second Joy Boy? Like for example, let's say like the first Joy Boy was the one that was like 800 years ago, right? He was considered to be Joy Boy. Like, you know how we have right now where it could be Kaido, it could have been Ace, it's currently we all think it's Luffy. Like, what if it didn't go the Luffy route? Like, what if it went like
The Blackbeard of his time route?
of his time, and he's like currently the Joy Boy at the top, and like it says whoever becomes Joy Boy changes the world. What if he was the wrong Joy Boy and he changed the world, and now he's like, yo, there's supposed to be other Joy Boys to
I'm
come,
trying to keep this.
and I'm trying to keep. I'm not letting this Joy Boy position go.
Yeah.
What if he's the current Joy Boy?
That sounds cool.
That's
Oh
interesting.
man,
That's
I
interesting.
like both of those theories actually.
That would have been crazy.
I do subscribe to the what Lawrence was saying with he's just actively trying to maintain his position and kill any potential Joy Boys. If he is Joy Boy and like is like, nah, I'm trying to make sure I stay here, that could be cool too. I just know that like the way they've promoted Joy Boy has been a positive thing, and Eam is like the centerpiece sitting at the throne of the most evil organization in the world. So it's hard to imagine that he could be this, but like Oda could write it anyway because we don't know enough about anything
Right.
now.
Yeah.
So I can see that. I can totally see it. It's just that would be dope. It would be
Yeah.
it'd be a twist that we didn't expect.
What a twist.
Great question though, man. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Arjun.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, we'll holla at you later, brother.
Appreciate you in the chat
Yeah,
too,
man,
by the
yeah,
way,
man.
man. Even though you signed with Larry on the kid thing.
Listen, bro. That's my boy, bro.
it's still
Arjun's
love.
my boy. He knows what he's talking
It's
about.
still love.
He knows how wrong y'all are. That's
Arjun,
why.
you know portrayal matters, man.
No, it
you know
don't.
it.
I'm not even talking about betrayal.
I
It's
get
just
where you're coming from, but like, and Larry has like some spicy takes for sure. But this one, I just had to side with him.
It's all right, man.
No dubs, dude. I'm sorry. Like,
all right.
No
but
dubs.
He has none.
Tell him.
But that Usopp take was the wildest thing I've ever heard, Larry. Like, 100%.
Yeah, man. Larry be having some wild ones. But Arjun, we appreciate the call, man. Do we have any more? Yeah, we have a couple more. So
See you later, Arjun.
see you later, man.
Oh, man. All right. Next caller. Lawrence is never going to be able to ask this question.
Yo, no, he said the epithet. So
Yeah.
Zoro's epithet.
He's going to be the king of hell.
Yeah, I hope he stays Pirate Hunter. I actually love it. It's classic.
All right. Hey, what's going on? This is that One Piece Talk. This is Larry speaking. Who are you, and what's your question?
Yo, how's it going, guys? Huge fan of the show. My name is Charlton, and I had a question.
What's up, man? How are you, one?
What's going on? What's going on? And so I'm literally going back and forth with this with my older brother right now. Actually, me and both our brothers are huge One Piece fans, huge fans of your show as well.
Amen. Shout out to both of you. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, for sure. So quick question. So I'm a Sanji stan. He's a Zoro stan. I'm pretty sure you guys know where I'm going with this. But based off of the obviously the last two fights that we got, and of course, I'm sure you guys have been seeing all the top 30 lists floating around and whatnot. Where would you guys peg Zoro and Sanji? And is it too far-fetched to say that, hey, you know, the best of 7 series, Sanji might get 3, might get 2? What do you think?
So are you asking us where would they place in the top 30?
Yeah, I guess it's a 2-part question. So where would you have them in your top 30? And then is it fair to say that, hey, like they're on the same level, or do you think it's a 1A, 1B, and then a 2 thing, or is it a 1, 2A, 2B thing with the Monster Trio?
We're gonna we created like a top list before. Like we did it from like 100 being the strongest and then 1 obviously being the weakest. And I forgot where we placed them, but they definitely were top 30
They were
if I
top
remember
30
correctly.
then. And that was before. I mean, it was in anticipation of where they would rank at the end of Wano, but like we didn't have a clear-cut view of how strong they had gotten. So like we'll have to do it again. So I think we
made Zoro in 85 and then we made Sanji in 84.
Yeah.
So where would are you saying like where would they if they were to fight right now? What would happen? Like
if they were to fight right now.
Each other?
Given we know Zoro's always in a casket somewhere, always doing some type of, you know what I mean?
I love it.
Hold on. I'm gonna say mine right now. I would probably put Zoro like. I'd probably out of 7. You said right? It'd probably be like. It'd probably be like
best 4 out of 7 series. Like I'm
gonna be real. I think Zoro would win 4 out of 7.
Mm-hmm.
Just because Sanji has such a big upgrade at what he could do right now, and plus he could like go invisible and his observation.
So you think it goes to Game 7? Like you think it goes to the?
I think it goes. It would out of 7 like. Zoro would have to take it because he's always going to be stronger than Sanji, and he'll always find a way to win. And if Sanji gets clapped by like this Conqueror's coding attack now, we know he'll probably be able to take a little bit of it, but is he as tough as like King? Definitely not. He doesn't have that type of like dexterity, I think. So he's going to get beat. The only thing I give to Sanji is like his observation is so crazy. And his speed is so crazy to the point where he's invisible that Zoro might not be able to actually catch him.
He can also regenerate.
Yeah, like he would. Like it's harder now than it's ever been. I'll tell you that. Like if there was ever a point in time where you were like, "Yo, can Sanji beat Zoro?" You're never gonna say, "Well, I don't think so," just because of what's happening right now. Like if you do, then you just don't make sense of things.
Well, you want to go? You want me to go?
Go ahead. So I say 4 to 7.
All right. So a couple of things I want to point out. I love the fact that you said you were arguing with your brother about the fact that you're a Sanji fan, he's a Zoro fan, because that is literally why this channel exists. I used to argue with him, and these are my brothers, and we decided to create One Piece YouTube because of it. So
including Lionel.
Lionel.
Lionel too.
I absolutely love that. I am also a diehard Sanji fan, but I am not one of the Sanji fans that has ever thought that he was stronger than Zoro. So
I agree with that.
It's like.
Zoro was stronger than Luffy, though.
Stop it.
But we'll keep it going.
I'm going to say this. If they fought 7 times, like I know that you were doing a Game 7 series thing. In One Piece, the way the power scaling works is if they fought X amount of times, the stronger person is going to win X amount of times. So even if it's extremely, extremely, extremely high difficulty, which I think the Sanji-Zoro fight would be, Zoro would win. If they fought 100 times, 1,000 times, Zoro's going to win every single time. But it's going to be, that's just how it is. That's how it is.
I'm about to log off. I appreciate that.
Hold on. What about you, Long? What do you think?
Nah, I agree with Sebastian, in all honesty.
Y'all wildin', bro.
It's true.
It's
true.
Wildin',
Dude, it's true. It's true.
How could y'all think
I like
that?
Sanji. It's just...
Y'all love y'all love your swords. I don't get it. Okay, I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it's
just how it is.
Especially at full strength, them fighting.
Y'all saying he beat him 7 out of 7 times?
Yeah.
After his upgrades?
What would change?
After his upgrades?
Why would the second fight be different than the first one?
I'll tell you this.
And Zoro's a Conqueror, so he gonna get blooms.
So I'm
blue.
picturing it like this. Okay. So I said 7-game series for a reason. Like I think 7-game series of basketball, you go to game 1, both coaches, looking into game 2, you take your adjustments, blah blah blah, you go from there.
Oh.
Right. So I think game 1, Zoro, might just have the DC. Sanji comes back and he's like, yeah, I might just have to move at a speed that he can't see me at in order to beat him, and then Zoro has to adjust. And then I think ultimately, like, they would go back and forth, maybe making their adjustments, and then game 7 is going to be like Aokiji,
Akainu?
I'm blanking on
Yeah.
Akainu type thing. Like, that's the way I see it. Like, I definitely see it as like an Akainu Aokiji situation, where it's like if you ask somebody who's stronger, obviously narrative-wise, Akainu, but it's like based on the portrayal, it kind of seemed like, to some extent, it just kind of seemed like it might have been Akainu's day, depending on how you want to look at it.
That's fair. That's pretty even to what we said, though. We got to go, though, man. We're over our time, but thanks for the call.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for calling, bro. Appreciate it big time.
Hey, Chris, if you're listening, hey, exactly again.
All right.
Much love.
Anyway, guys, I just want to say thank you. I know we were on our 2-week break, but we were sick, so I appreciate the calls. They were all great. I'm gonna try to post them on TikTok for you guys, and we're gonna definitely cut that up and then put it onto YouTube so everybody can see it as well. But I just want to say thank you from us to you. We deeply appreciate it. And again, like, share, subscribe, or comment, or hit that bell so you know when we post something. But other than that, we would like to say thank you, and we will see you next week. And Jana!